Hello everybody. My complexion is very Edward Cullen today, but we're in Scotland this week and I'm so excited about it. I've had this trip on my mind for a couple of months now and I just love Scotland. I think Scotland is so beautiful all year round and it's got a really special place in my heart. My granny was actually Scottish, so my dad is half Scottish. Kenny's also half Scottish, so I feel like I have a connection with Scotland and I just love coming here, but I think there is definitely something extra special about Scotland in the autumn and also the winter. I just think this time of year, particularly today we're in Edinburgh, a November Edinburgh trip just can't be beaten, partly because November the 1st comes around and I don't know what it means to anybody else, but to me it means Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone needs to be watched, and then just slowly throughout November, I watch all of the Harry Potter films and I pretty much do that every year. So the ties to sort of Edinburgh and Harry Potter, it just feels so right to be here in November. And I've come on such a good week because it's freezing, but it's also sunny. So it's pretty perfect, kind of like autumn, winter, November weather. So we're in Scotland for a few days. It's Monday today and I'm here until Thursday. But I'm only actually in Edinburgh until tomorrow and then we're going out to the countryside. I'll tell you more about that bit of the trip the closer we get to it, because right now I'm just bursting with all the things that I want to do in Edinburgh. And also the journey to get here today, I got the train. The train goes from Cheltenham, which is pretty handy, but my train was 45 minutes delayed this morning, which meant that I missed my connection. So then I had to wait at Birmingham for 2 hours. So we've ended up getting here quite a bit later than I'd originally hoped to get here. And the days here are pretty short at the moment. So there's not loads of daylight left today, but that's okay because we're here until tomorrow afternoon. So we're gonna have loads of time to do all the things that I want to do. Like I was saying, I've just had this trip on my mind. I almost came in this summer actually, because I feel like I need to come to Scotland at least once a year. It doesn't feel right to go a whole year without coming to Scotland. So I almost came in the summer, but then I just remembered how magical it is at this time of year. So I thought I would do a trip October, November time. And then a couple of hotels, just purely by coincidence, actually invited me to stay. So it just felt like the perfect excuse to do my Scotland trip. So like I said, tonight I'm in Edinburgh and I'm staying at the beautiful New W hotel here, which is so perfectly placed that it's almost dangerous, because on the plus side, it's right next to the station. It literally took me 3 or 4 minutes max to get from the station to my hotel room. However, the slightly dangerous bit is that we are right in the centre of all of the best shopping in Edinburgh. I am about 1 minute from Space NK, 1 minute from Zara, 1 minute from Cos, 1 minute from Max Mara. I could almost see them all from the window of my hotel room. That's how close we are. So I think a little bit of shopping. I'm hoping I get time to do a little bit of shopping at least. But before we go, I wanted to show you the bag that I bought on the train with me today, and also just do like a little bit of a what's in my bag when I'm traveling. This is my Songmont medium yaw duffel bag, and I'm actually working with Songmont again on this part of the video. So firstly, it's just the most beautiful color. So this is the sandal suede, and I just think this goes with absolutely everything and could not be more perfect at this time of year. I feel like this is kind of the color of the whole season, but I also think something just about a suede brown bag is completely timeless all year round as well. The bag's made from a really high quality suede leather and also has jewelry grade fade resistant hardware. It's such a thoughtful design. There's honestly a pocket for absolutely everything in this bag, which I love. And also the straps are a really practical length, so it's really comfortable to carry as well. So starting with this little pocket at the front, this is actually also Songmont. This is the Your Passport case in sandal. It doesn't have my passport in at the moment because I don't need my passport to get to Scotland, but I just like to keep it in there. And then I've just got my card holder in the front there too, which is really handy and just really easy to access. And then there's this big pocket at the back, and I've currently got my diary and a book. I had a couple of books in there when I came up actually, and it would fit so much more. It's such a big, useful, separate pocket, and that clips shut with a magnet like that. And then on the inside, so firstly the inside is completely secure because you can zip it up. But on the inside, in the main pocket, this is actually also Songmont. It's a little bit dirty because I use it so much. So this was an insert from a different bag that came with the bag, and I use it as my everyday makeup bag. So that's in there. And then my laptop was also really comfortably in there, but I've been working on that, so that's already out. And then there's also these little internal pockets. So this is kind of like an elasticy bit that I've just got my gloves in because it's really cold. And then there's a little pocket, and I've got a couple of pairs of sunglasses in there. And then there's this zip compartment which I can't remember what was in there. I must have taken it out, but there's this internal pocket, which is handy because that zips up, so it's completely separate and really secure. And then also I have clipped my AirPods case to the outside of the bag as well, because there's so many little places that you can clip things to and tie things to. Sometimes I will tie a little neck scarf to this bit on the inside too. But this AirPods case is also Songmont. This is I think it's the mini Your AirPods case, which is also in sandal, so they all match my passport case, my bag, and my AirPods, which I love, and it makes it such a good travel bag. It's so gorgeous, but it's also the most practical bag in the whole world, so I love that it kind of ticks every single box. And I do actually have a discount code for you, which I will pop on screen here, and I will also pop all of the details that you need and all the links that you need down in my description. So I'm going to go and get my big coat on, and we can go and explore a bit before the sun goes. Okay, this is the room. I have been in here for a little bit, so it's not as perfect, like I've been lying on the bed. But it's such a gorgeous room. It's so spacious, and the windows in here are so beautiful. He was telling me that it's a listed building. So this is through to the bedroom area, which has all your wardrobe space, a little getting ready bit, and then obviously these huge, gorgeous windows. And then this is the bathroom area. Again, so much space, and I love the way it's all open. And then you've got your shower and your toilet and everything in there. And then there's also this really gorgeous living space. This is my outfit for the day. I've got my huge coat on. I've got my little checked print jumper that I love. My scarf, this scarf is from Anthropology, and it's one of those, it's like a triangle that you just tie. It's so handy. And of course, I have got my bag with me too. We're in a bit of a weird setup because there's some types of lighting that my camera just does not get along with, and it's playing those games with me in this room. Some of the lights in here make my camera strobe and just do all kinds of weird things. So I've settled on this situation. It's kind of the best I could do, so just bear with me. I hope you can see me, and I hope we're not strobing. But I just got back to the room. I've got changed for dinner. I'll show you my outfit in a second, because I'm going to take myself for a bit of an early dinner. I didn't actually have too much time in Edinburgh because it's getting dark. It gets dark here already at about 4:30, 4:45, because I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the further north you go, the shorter the days are, the less daylight hours you get. So I hadn't really considered that, and it was pretty much dark before 5. So I just went for a bit of a walk, and I had honestly forgotten how much I love Edinburgh. It's so beautiful here, and especially at this time of the year. And it was sunset, so everything was so golden, and I'm just so excited for the morning and to go to some of my favourite places, my favourite bakeries, and like little streets with independent shops and all of that kind of thing. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, this evening I didn't have too much time, so I just strolled around really, and then I got some very important supplies because I realised I'd only brought with me wellies or Uggs, which is not the most versatile shoe situation because tomorrow I think it's going to rain in the morning. I'm hoping, really fingers crossed, it doesn't rain too much because there's a lot of walking involved in all of the places that I want to go and take you to tomorrow. So I'm hoping it's not raining too much, but it's probably maybe going to be a bit damp. but it's also just not a thing. Even I realise I probably can't wear my wellies in the middle of Edinburgh tomorrow. So I got some very important supplies. Now let's not judge a book by its cover here, everybody, because I believe these are actually cool at the moment. I think all the cool girls are wearing them. Admittedly, everyone cool has got them in black and they wear them with like really cool trendy outfits, and I have got them for possibly the least cool reasons ever. I just purely wanted them for practicality because they're meant to be really good when you're doing lots of walking. They're really supportive, they're really comfortable, and these ones in particular are also completely waterproof, which I just thought so handy. I don't have any other kind of walking shoes that aren't wellies that are also completely waterproof. They just seemed like a good, sensible purchase. The guy in there did tell me size up, so I got these in a size 6, and they are, I can say, they're very comfortable. They feel very supportive. My mum will be so proud listening to this that I now think about things like the shoe being supportive and practical and waterproof and all of these things. Also, might I add that these are on kind of like almost like a drawstring situation, so there's no laces to be contending with, because there's nothing more annoying than when you're out on a walk and your lace keeps coming undone. So I'm very happy with them, and don't worry, if anybody else wants shoes this sexy, I will link them for you. But remember to size, if you're between, remember to size up, because I feel like that was a good tip from the guy. But that's what I've been doing. I've just been wandering around, enjoying Edinburgh, and then getting prepared for all the walking with my new shoes. But as for this evening, I have come up with possibly the most perfect cozy evening plan for tonight. So let me walk you through it. In a second, we're about to go for a really nice early dinner, partly because I've been up since 5 a.m. So even though it's now only 5:30, I'm already hungry and it feels much later than it is. And also a couple of days ago, now would have been 6:30. So it's not even that early to go for dinner, but I'm going for a very early dinner. I'm actually going basically next door. You can actually see it from my hotel room, because the W Hotel in Edinburgh has got a sushi samba on the roof, and Sushi Samba is such a gorgeous restaurant. I've not been for years, but there's one in London and it's so yummy, it's so good. And the hotel actually really kindly said that I could have dinner there if I wanted to. And the reason I want dinner to be so early is not just because I'm tired, but also because I've come up with the most perfect plan for after dinner. You know the bookshop in Bath that I absolutely love. We went a few weeks ago and I was saying that is probably one of my favourite bookshops in the whole world. I discovered on that trip to Bath that it opens until 9 p.m. and I was chatting to you and I was saying, would that not just be the absolute dream to go and sit in a bookshop? It's dark outside, you've just picked up a new book, you're kind of just reading the first few pages and it's the evening and I just can't think of anything better than a bookshop in the evening. Well, something must be meant to be, because it turns out there's one of those bookshops, the exact same kind of bookshop here in Edinburgh. It is equally as beautiful. It's so cozy, and it also opens until 9 p.m. and it's like less than a 10-minute walk from my hotel. So if that's not meant to be, I don't know what is. So my plan is finish up at dinner. I'm going to find somewhere, hopefully, that's still open that will do like a really gorgeous hot chocolate for me. I'm going to go for a bit of a walk because I was looking on TikTok on the train at things to do and things that locals recommend and just what people really enjoy when they're here in Edinburgh. And somebody gave me the idea. Now I know what you're going to be thinking. This might not sound particularly safe, and I will only do it if it feels safe. It's a really famous kind of viewpoint, I guess, across Edinburgh that's right at the top of a hill. It was in One Day, if you watched One Day on Netflix. What a great program that was. Everybody goes when they come to Edinburgh. I just can't quite think of the name, but I saw someone saying that you should go there at night and look at the view of Edinburgh in the evening, and he put in a few photos of it and it looks so worth seeing. So I'm hoping it's busy and it's well lit and other people have this idea so that it feels safe for me to do that, because if it does, I was thinking get a hot chocolate, go for a stroll, walk up there, have a look at the view of Edinburgh at night time, and make my way down and end the evening in the bookshop picking up a new book, because I actually finally finished, I can hear you all saying finally, I finally finished The Secret History by Donna Tartt on the train on the way here. This is honestly, it's an incredible book. Like, it's up there with, not quite at the same level, because I just don't know if anything will beat A Little Life for me. That was just possibly my favourite book ever, or at least one of them. I'm going to give this 5 stars on Goodreads, and I very rarely do that. I enjoyed this so much. I read the first half of this book. I raced through the first half and then I just ended up getting really busy. So I basically read the whole of the second half, or at least the last third anyway, on the train today, and I just loved pretty much every single page of this book. It's so well written, it's so gripping. The storyline to me feels unique. Someone's probably going to tell me it was inspired by something that I don't know about, but it feels unlike other books that I've read. It's not predictable, things change, and it's so worth reading. I really, really love this book. There are some kind of unsettling, shall we say, themes in the book, so maybe if you're worried about that kind of thing, just look up what they are and just make sure it's all fine with you. But otherwise, would completely wholeheartedly recommend. But I finished this on the train, so feels like the right time to go to the bookshop. But I can hear what you're all saying, and you're absolutely right. I have got an extensive autumn reading list waiting for me at home that I need to make my way through. I've actually brought with me my next book, which is The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. I won't talk about this now because we've talked about this before, but I'm probably going to start this tonight. But my reason for the trip to the bookshop is I'm actually going to Thailand in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping before I go, I will finish The 13th Tale, because that's like obviously a very cosy, autumny kind of book. And then I'm really tempted to get The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, because I just loved her writing so much. And the journey to and from Thailand is a long travel day. So I always like to have a really good long book to kind of get stuck into, because being on a plane is one of the only times that you actually don't mind time, or you actually want, or I do anyway, want the time to feel like it passes really quickly, and nothing does that quite like a really good book. If you get fully immersed into a book, I just completely lose track of time, and before I know it, we're kind of halfway through the plane journey, and there's not that long to go. So let me know if you've read The Goldfinch and what you thought. I think that's probably the book that I'll end up getting, but you never know. I'll have a good browse and just see what stands out. I've just realised that you've seen this outfit before when I went to Soho Farmhouse with Ella, because I have of course copied her wraparound black cardigan, because this is just the most perfect going out for dinner outfit. It's so easy, you don't have to think about it, you just literally throw it on with some black jeans. I'm unfortunately going to have to wear Uggs because, like I said, I didn't bring any other clothes, but it's such an easy outfit, and I love this leather belt detail, so I will make sure that I've linked this. And then this is where I'm going for dinner, because this is also the hotel opposite, and the restaurant is just at the top there, so I really don't have far to go. I really can see it from my bedroom. Dinner was so good, and I've just run back to the room to put on my almost comically oversized Max Mara coat, but this is the warmest coat in the world, so I don't care if it looks a little bit silly. And then I've also put a big scarf on because it is freezing tonight. However, I was doing a little bit of Googling while I was having dinner, and I'm not sure that we should be doing the walk to the top of the hill to look over Edinburgh, because there were just a couple of returns on there. One of them had in capital letters, "not safe at night." And I just thought, I'm sure it is perfectly safe. And if I was with anyone else, I would 100% go, but maybe not on my own. But we're gonna go and grab a hot chocolate, and we're gonna go to the bookshop. So it's been a gorgeous evening. Dinner was so good. It's always so good there. And it was a gorgeous experience all round. So let's go get ourselves a hot chocolate. I'm outside Hotel Chocolate and they're playing Christmas music, so that's clearly a sign. I've got my hazelnut hot chocolate and we're on our way to the bookshop. That was so hard to choose because they've got so many flavours that sound delicious. We're here and this is every single thing I hoped it would be and more. It's the coziest place in the world and I'm just so excited to go inside. Love it in here. little reading nook at home. It's got this gorgeous big window and then just this little cozy corner. Also, it's so cool in here. There's so many I think like students and people in here at literally 8:30. Oh, it's so busy because there's this signing. Somebody, an author that's obviously really, really popular, I'm not sure who, is doing a signing. Pyjamas are on. I've got a fresh lemongrass and ginger tea, and look how cozy it is in this room. And then I've got a brand new Zoe Sugg doing, I think she's calling it Halloween, where she does a video every single week, every single day in the lead up to Halloween. And this is the vibe in the room. It's so cozy.
My pumpkin spice cupcake.
Good morning, everyone. It is another beautiful, beautiful day in Edinburgh. I actually woke up this morning at 5:45 because I slept so well in that bed. It's the most comfortable bed, and obviously I got a pretty early night last night, and I just think I slept so solidly that I woke up naturally at 5:45. Obviously, at which point it was still completely dark outside, so I just had a really slow morning. Actually, I did a bit of work. It was on my laptop. I took myself over for a gorgeous hotel breakfast, got myself ready, and now we're about to head out for the morning. I'm so excited about the plan for the morning. So it's pretty early, which I love because I really love exploring and walking around when places aren't too busy. And it's a Monday and it's a Tuesday morning today, so I'm hoping everything's pretty quiet this morning. I'm just going to take myself for a bit of a walk because I love starting my day, especially in a city. I just think there's nothing better than getting up, getting out, going for a nice long walk, getting some fresh air, getting a really good coffee, and then just wandering around a bit. So that's the plan, but I'm going to go in the direction of Dean Village, which is just like a really beautiful little kind of residential area of Edinburgh, and it has a river running through, and there's just really lovely walks and things around there. So I'm going to go in that direction, grab a coffee, go for a long walk along the river, and then I'm going to make my way to an area of Edinburgh called Stockbridge, and there's a bakery there that absolutely everybody says that you have to go to. Apparently it's the best pastry you'll ever have in your life, so I've got very high expectations. It's called, I want to say Lannan Bakery, but it could be Lannan. I'm not really sure how you would pronounce that. But if you come to Edinburgh, I'm sure at least one person will recommend it to you because everybody talks about it. Apparently, I need to expect a queue. So I'm going to try and get there before it opens, just at least to make sure that they still have all of the full range and all the options. And even though it's just me, I'm still going to get a couple because I just want to try a few things. They all look, I've seen photos and videos from other people, and everything looks delicious, so I'm going to try a few. And I think that whole area, the whole kind of Stockbridge area, is just really beautiful. So I thought coffee in one hand, pastry in the other, have a wander around Stockbridge, and just I'm not sure if I've ever been to the area before, so walk around, take it all in. I have seen that on Sundays, I think, they've got the most gorgeous kind of farmers market there, so if you're lucky enough to be here on a Sunday, then make sure you go down. I wish that was on today because that would be just my dream morning then, if I could also go to a farmer's market. I'm gonna have a gorgeous day. The weather is beautiful, and then I thought when we're down in Stockbridge I would just kind of walk maybe towards Edinburgh Old Town. Basically the plan for today is to eat, drink and shop our way through Edinburgh and just walk as much as we can, see as much as we can, and then this afternoon I am getting the train out into the countryside. I think we're going to sort of like the Scottish border. I think that's where the next hotel is, and then we're spending a few days in the countryside. So it's going to be such a good day. I'm going to get my new Solomons on, and I'm going to well and truly put them to the test because we're going to do a lot of walking today and a lot of just exploring. So let's get going. This has been the most beautiful walk. It's so, so nice here. Okay, maybe I just buy this one. There's still 20 minutes until this opens, and this is how long the queue is already. I'm going to eat this one on my way home, so I wanted to quickly show you. It's still warm, and I think it's possibly the most beautiful, most perfect pain au chocolat I think I've ever seen. Okay, we're back at the hotel. I've actually just come for a bit of a pit stop and honestly to warm up because I was in the queue. So let's just put all of this into context because there was security at this bakery. I have never seen security for a pastry in my entire life. Like, it was wild. It's so, so, so popular. So I walked past at 20 to 9. It opens at 9 and I walked past at 20 to 9 and the queue was already down the street. So I thought I'd better join now because I can only imagine it's going to get worse. And I was absolutely right. By the time I left the bakery, which was probably about 10 past 9, I probably was in that queue for half an hour. The queue was, I can't even explain to you, it was all the way down the road. So I kind of get why they need security because it was like blocking where people were trying to park and there's just a lot going on. So it is absolutely wild. But what I will say is I ate the entire pain au chocolat. I don't know how you really say that, but I ate the whole thing on the walk home. Possibly the best one I've ever had. Probably the best one I've ever had. So if that's anything to go on, then I would genuinely say, put it this way, if I came to Edinburgh again, I would queue again, even if it was longer. It's so worth it. It's the most beautiful bakery. Everything is just immaculate. If you get there at 9, it's so fresh. Everything was warm. It's just delicious. But anyway, the point was that I got so cold waiting in that queue that I just had to come back to the hotel. You know, when you just need 5 minutes just to warm up and then we'll go back out. But while we're here, I thought, let's do a taste test. I'm only gonna have one bite of each of these for now because I am pretty full, but I think we just have to taste them together while they're fresh and then I'll take them with me to the hotel and no doubt eat them over the next day or so. So this one, oh, I cannot describe to you how good this smells. Let me show it to you. It's beautiful. Is that not honestly a work of art? So this is a cardamom bun and the lady actually recommended this. The other two I picked myself and then I asked her to pick the third one for me and she went with this. I mean, look at it. Let's try it. I'm actually speechless. I'm not remotely exaggerating. That is the best bun I've ever had in my whole life. Oh my God. Cannot even describe this to you. I promise I'm not exaggerating at all. That's one of the best things I think I've ever eaten. Oh my gosh, I could eat that whole thing now, but we need to try the other one. I totally get why this bakery has security because quite frankly, forget breaking into the Louvre, I would actually break into this bakery. It's that good. Okay, so the last one I got is a maple pecan bun. Have you ever seen anything that beautiful? It's prettier than me, I know that much. That's the most beautiful thing. Let me get out the way actually and just I mean, come on. I'd honestly come to Edinburgh just for this bakery. This is so beautiful that I need to take a photo of it. So this is gonna be the least graceful thing you've ever seen because I'm going to bite it from the bottom so I don't ruin how beautiful the top is before I take a photo. So. No, probably got this all around my mouth and it's definitely all over my hands, but I am genuinely speechless about these pastries. I did not know, this is so far ahead of any baked good I've ever had in my life that I did not know they could even be this good. Like, I didn't know this was possible. I'm not joking. Get on a plane and come to Edinburgh just for this bakery. Like, it's that good. If you come to Edinburgh and you see the queue and you kind of think, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered, stand in the queue. Stand in that queue. It's that good. Okay, one more bite. That was one of the best experiences I've had in a long time. Anyway, I've had the most gorgeous morning. It doesn't get much better than coffee, cake, and a really gorgeous sunny, crisp walk. I just don't think anything beats that. But there's still things on my list for today, things that I want to see, places I want to go, remarkably, still things that I want to eat. I also can't quite believe I'm saying this, but I must go. I've seen this hot chocolate place. I've seen photos of it. It looks like the best hot chocolate I've ever seen in my life. I can't quite believe just how much sugar I will have consumed this morning, but a girl's got to live. A girl has got to live, and I must try this hot chocolate. So I think I'm going to try and work up a bit of an appetite, go for a walk, just do more of what we were doing this morning, probably do a bit of shopping. I'm in the mood to do a bit of shopping. So go into a few shops, and then we've got to go get ourselves a hot chocolate. It has to be done. It has to be done. I'm only in Edinburgh for a few more hours and I need this hot chocolate. So that's the plan. And then, like I said this morning, I'll be getting on the train out into the countryside. So let's go and see what else Edinburgh has to offer us today. This is definitely one of the best shopping centres I've been to. What hope do I have? There's the most beautiful brand new Space NK, this cos, which is gorgeous, and then this is a double story. In fact, I can't even show you, that's a double story huge Zara. They also have an entire Harrods Beauty store that's got every single brand you could think of, and also, very importantly, a champagne bar. This wrapping paper is gorgeous. I love this mug. And this one is all different types of crisps. This is the brand. This is so nice. If it would fit in my suitcase, I'd buy it now, but I think I'm gonna have to order it online. Okay, I've just checked in and I thought I'd quickly show you the room before it's completely dark outside, and before I've slept in the bed and put my things everywhere. I'll just show you outside. I'll show you the view in the morning as well. But in the window down in that corner is the spa, but this is the rest of the room, and then through here is the bathroom. The toilet's just behind the door. And then these are the bits that were left in the room that I will definitely eat in the next 10 minutes. So I have to show you now. This is so beautiful. This is a picture of the hotel made from chocolate. Gorgeous. And then we've got these little sweet bits, some truffles and things, a cake and a fruit platter. So I'm sport for choice, really. And I'll show you the view properly in the morning because it's obviously getting dark. But it's a gorgeous countryside view. I love this window seat because I can just see myself sat there tomorrow morning reading my book. Good morning. It's the next day. Yesterday just ended up being a little bit more rushed than I just think I hadn't really thought through the timings. So I did do a bit of shopping in Edinburgh. I didn't have time to go to the hot chocolate place. That was one thing that I hadn't looked at how far of a walk it would be. So by the time I wanted to go, I didn't really have time. So I didn't get to do that, which probably, given that I had 3 pastries in the morning, probably didn't need any more sugar yesterday, so maybe it was for the best. But anyway, I ended up just doing a bit of shopping. I got this fleece. Is this not just the nicest fleece you've ever seen? It's so thick, so warm. You know, it's going to be so useful. And I just think the print on it's so lovely, so I ended up getting this. I got it in a size medium. I will link it, but if you want it to be slightly more oversized, I would size one size up. So this is in a medium, but I absolutely love it. So did a bit of shopping. I got this, and then I just got some skincare bits and things that I needed. And then I basically had to run, get my train. I got the train over here. The train over here was actually so beautiful because it went all along the coastline. So the views were gorgeous. So it was one of those rare occasions, which is something I'm trying to do more of. But one of those rare occasions where I actually just didn't go on my phone. I didn't even read my book, which there's nothing wrong with, but I just sat, had my cup of tea and just looked out of the window at the view, and it was really, really, really gorgeous. And the sun was kind of setting and it was all just very pretty. And then I got here, and then I had to do an hour-long journey from the station to the hotel. So then by the time I got here, I think I showed you around the room quickly last night, but it was already getting dark. So then we just went for some dinner, and I honestly fell asleep basically straight after dinner because I've been doing so much walking. I think I've been doing like 15 to 20,000 steps the past couple of days, which is a lot of steps. So I was exhausted, fell straight asleep, woke up really early this morning, which was so nice because I'd left my curtains open, and it turns out the sunrise is kind of over the hill that I can see from my window, which is behind you. So that was a really gorgeous way to wake up. It's been such gorgeous weather here. It's been freezing cold. It is very, very, very cold, but it's been gorgeous and sunny every single day, which is amazing because we've got a very outdoorsy kind of day today, which is so me. I'm so excited about it. So the plan is I'm going to go downstairs in a sec, get myself some breakfast, get some coffee, and then I'm going to take myself out straight away on a nice long walk. Whenever I go anywhere new, I love to get up and get straight out and just go for a long walk because I just feel like you get the best feel for a place. You see things that you wouldn't otherwise see if you're not walking. So I'm going to go for a walk for like at least an hour, maybe 2 hours. And then I'm going to come back, and then later this morning we are doing clay pigeon shooting, which I've never done before. I'm actually so excited to do that because I've never done anything like that. Just as I'm saying this out loud, I've suddenly thought, I don't know whether I'll be able to show you that because I think YouTube censors, I don't even want to say the word, but anything with the equipment that you would need to do clay pigeon shooting. I think it might censor that. So I don't know whether I'll be able to, I'll look into it, I'll film it, and then if I can use it, I'll put it in. But if you don't see any of that, then we know why, because I don't want to get censored by YouTube. That's the last thing I want to do. But we're going to do that, and then we're going to do some archery. Same thing. I don't know whether that could be viewed as something on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into all of it, but hopefully I can show you some of it because I'm really looking forward to it because I've never done any of it before. So that's the plan for the morning. It's going to be a very outdoorsy morning, which obviously is my favourite. I think, especially with the weather being so gorgeous, it's going to be so nice just to spend a whole day pretty much outdoors. And then this afternoon, I think we've just got time to chill, enjoy the hotel, go to the spa, all of that kind of thing. And then we've got dinner this evening, but I'll catch up with you before we go to dinner. So let's go get some breakfast and get ourselves out on a nice long walk. This is the fleece, by the way. Isn't it gorgeous? These trainers are honestly the best thing I've ever bought. I love them, they're so comfortable and they're completely waterproof so you can just wipe them down. I feel like I need them in black too, I love them so much. can also stay in these really sweet little cottages. They all have such a gorgeous view of the countryside. This is another cottage you can stay in. It's called Gardener's Cottage and it is so beautiful. I had so much fun this morning. Let me tell you though, I do not have any hidden natural talents for clay pigeon shooting or for archery. Archery even less so. I was absolutely hopeless. I was lucky if I even hit the board, let alone like on target at all. What I will say is, for both things actually, they're a lot more physical than I thought they would be, and it really taught me. In fact, I might even go to the gym this afternoon. That's how much of a wake-up call it gave me, because holding both of the things, like honestly my arm was like aching, shaking. There's a lot of, I just think I really just need to go to the gym. So it was a lot more physical in a way. And do you know what else? I've got bruises all here from the kickback from doing the clay pigeon shooting, but it was so fun, even though I was absolutely hopeless and definitely don't have any. I was saying it's funny because obviously I've got my Holland Cooper coat on, I've got my big wellies on, like I look like, you know, a countryside girl that might be good at this kind of sport. No, absolutely not. I was not good. I just think I don't know, maybe it's something, they were saying that it's just practice makes perfect. So yeah, but no natural talent there. But what I did really enjoy about it, and this is something maybe I should look into, is I really enjoyed the fact that it was like something to do. Obviously I love being outdoors, and it was something to do outdoors other than just walk. So I can kind of see why people really enjoy things like golf, because you're outdoors, you're in the fresh air. There's something really nice about that. So maybe I need to try, maybe we'll do that actually on here. Maybe I'll try and find some kind of outdoor sport. I'm just not a very sporty girl. I don't have the natural, maybe I shouldn't say that because maybe I've never really tried. So it's definitely made me think two things. One, I need to go to the gym. I need to go back to the gym. And two, maybe I should look into things that I can do that get me outdoors more, because I really enjoyed that. So it's been and also I walked for about 2 hours this morning. So it's been a very, very like wholesome, outdoorsy kind of morning. And now just gonna have some chill time. I think I might go down to the spa and just read my book. There's loads of really gorgeous open fireplaces in the hotel. So maybe I'll find one of them, sit down, read my book for a bit. And then this evening we are doing, I think it's like a 7-course dinner, which sounds so gorgeous. So that's the plan for the afternoon. Gonna have some really chilled time, go for dinner, and I'll probably end up catching up with you properly tomorrow once we're home. You know what I was thinking on my walk? The one really lovely thing about having a dog is you've always got something. Whenever I come back from holiday, as sad as I am to leave like a gorgeous holiday or a gorgeous trip or a gorgeous weekend away like this one has been, there is that little piece of me that's also just so excited to go home and see my dog. That's one of the best things about having a dog. I can't wait to see Roo. So yeah, let's go and find somewhere to cozy up and read for a bit. just looking back at the footage from Scotland, I realised that I never sat down and had a chat with you when we got home. So it's now been a couple of days, so we're actually into the next vlog. So I can tell you that next week's vlog is a very cosy, festive kind of vlog. I think it's going to be a really, really fun one. Just wanted to come on and finish this vlog. I had the best time in Scotland, so I hope that it was fun just to do something a little bit different. I know that we love, and there's nothing I love more than like a cosy home vlog. I love watching them from other people, and I also just love making them. But I think from time to time it's nice to just see something completely different. So I hope you enjoyed just coming up to Scotland with me. As I've probably said a million times throughout this vlog, it really is just one of my favourite places to go at this time of year. So if you still have time to squeeze in a winter Scotland trip, then I would highly, highly recommend. There's nothing better than being in the Scottish countryside when it's cold and frosty, and then going inside to like big roaring fires, having a whiskey if that's what you're into. Can't say I'm much of a whiskey girl. Whiskey tasting sadly didn't quite convince me. It's just so strong, but if you're into whiskey, then I could imagine after a long day of hiking in Scotland in the cold and seeing all the beautiful countryside and coming back to your hotel in front of a gorgeous big open fire and having a little whiskey, that just sounds like perfection. And also I love Edinburgh so much that I've been trying to convince my mum and my sister that we should do another trip to Edinburgh before Christmas to go Christmas shopping, because it was really, really good for shopping. And the hotel that I stayed in there was, so, as you saw, so perfectly positioned for shopping and doing all your Christmas shopping. So I had a really lovely time. I really hope that I captured it and gave you a real sense of just how beautiful Scotland is at this time of year. So thanks for coming along with me. Thank you for being here. Like I said, next week we're back at home. It's very festive. It's going to be a really lovely cozy weekly vlog, and I think it's probably going to end up being quite a long vlog too, which I always think is nice at this time of year. I love it when all my favourite YouTubers do like really long vlogs, because the evenings are so long now that it feels comforting to have something to put on. Even when I'm cooking or something, I love like propping up YouTube and just having someone there that feels almost like a friend to keep you company. So I'll try and make all of my vlogs for the rest of the year like nice, long, chunky vlogs. So I hope you have the best week ever. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I will catch up with you next weekend. Bye guys.